Hey friends, welcome back to the shop. In this week's episode, we are going to do an unboxing and quick review on the Boss Audio Elite Series BN965BLC head unit. Now I'm going to be installing this in an upcoming episode here in the next few days in Dana's 2010 Subaru Forester. Now, Dana is not what I would call a high-end audiophile. She loves music, but she's not one that loves it turned up really loud. She doesn't need subs, she doesn't need amps. She just wants good music, and she has been riding around with the OEM head unit for almost 11 years now, and it's terrible. So when I was researching head units for her Forester, I looked at everything. I've owned everything from Alpine to JVC to Kenwood to Pioneer, and I'm usually spending $600 plus for those head units. But because Dana really didn't need that level of a head unit, I wanted to look for a more budget-friendly head unit that had a lot of features that I know that she could actually use. There wasn't a lot from a review standpoint out online for these that I could really lean on to kind of help make the decision, but there wasn't a whole lot of negative as well. So for the price point and what this head unit provides, it was too tough to pass up and try it out. So this episode is just going to be an unboxing, pull everything out, we'll walk through some of the specs on it, and that way for those of you that may be looking at this head unit in the future, you'll actually know what it comes with, because it is a lot, and whether you feel that it's right in line with your budget that you're looking for. All right, let's get into this. All right, first up we have our full function remote to include the phone answer and hang up buttons. We have our mounting brackets, our GPS antenna with mounting strip, our wire harness. Now, one thing right away that I notice this is different compared to other head units that I've purchased in the past is that each of these wires are individually labeled. I'm accustomed to actually having to look in the book, in the manual, and identify what colors are for what, and then start to hook them up that way. So this is definitely different, but I really like the extra touch they have added into this. Next piece is an actual backup camera that what really sets this kit apart from a lot of others is that it comes along with it. A lot of these you'll have to end up purchasing separate. At least for all those that I've purchased for my other cars, they actually had to have these purchased separate. So for it to come along was definitely a big selling point for me, because in Dana's 2010 Subaru Forester, it's a base model, does not have a backup camera, so this is an add. All right, we have our user's manual, and then in addition to that, a GPS user's manual, which is different than what I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing it all in one thick book. So to have this a little bit separate in the reference to it really easily in the car without having to thumb through everything else is great. Now, a couple of other features on this. This is a DVD CD player. It is Bluetooth. It's stated as 320 watts. Here's the front face of it. It has a USB plug. It has an SD port. It has auxiliary in. One thing that I noticed right away that's different from some of the other head units that I've purchased in the past is usually there's some type of cooling radiator on the back to help dissipate the heat. Not one being on here, so I'm hoping that somehow there's plenty enough airflow that gets through, so over long use this doesn't overheat and cause it to shut down. We'll know soon enough, because we have some very long road trips planned here in the next week, and this will be used quite a bit. So lot of RCA inputs here. You have everything from the front and rear sub preamp outputs, AV input, video output, front and rear camera inputs, as well as what I had mentioned before, the SD port, the auxiliary in, and it does have USB charging for this as well. So overall, a really nice looking head unit. It's simple, not overcomplicated, which is exactly what Dana likes. So excited to get this in and see how it actually performs. If this episode helped you out in your decision as you're looking at a potential purchase of this Boss Audio head unit, be sure to go ahead and click that like button. Certainly helps us know that we're putting out the right content for you. And if you're watching this for the particular content I'm unboxing and you want to know how it actually did on the tests that we're going to run it through on long distance road trips, be sure to click that subscribe button, so that way you'll be notified when those episodes come out, which will be real soon. But either way, drop us a comment, let us know your thoughts, especially if you already own this head unit. We certainly appreciate it. Till next time, take care, stay safe. We'll see you then. Bye.